people, how are you? Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here, my name is Eleftheria. I am an app developer and I'm going to try to answer all of your questions. I asked you both on Instagram and Twitter and obviously here on YouTube to leave me your questions regarding coding, freelancing and some tech related stuff, and this time I got so many questions, so really thank you for all of your positive feedback and obviously all of your questions. Now before we get started with this video, please do me a favor and share this video with your friends on Twitter, on Instagram. I don't know, just share it. It would be like really helpful for me. Okay, other than that, I think that we are ready to start. I don't want to linger because we really have a lot of questions, and I will start with all of those questions that are related to freelancing, and then after that we can continue with some questions about coding, tutorials, best courses, and job hunting and stuff like that. Are you ready? Go. So if you see me like looking down, it's because I have some of my notes here and of course all of the questions. We're going to start with a question, a long one. I'm going to put it right now, and also I'm going to read the most important stuff from it. It says, did you learn from Free Code Camp challenges? This is the first part of the question. And yes, I did learn from Free Code Camp, and I would suggest you to also follow Free Code Camp's curriculum and all the exercises. I truly believe that they are very helpful, and all those projects that you have to do, like I find them again really helpful, and they can help you to build a portfolio, which a portfolio is really important if you're trying to find your first developer job, because you won't have a lot of experience, so people will ask for your projects, and if you don't do those projects, maybe you don't even have anything else. So that's why I like Free Code Camp, because it helps you build a portfolio. The second question, again, it's from the same guy. It says, are you a front-end developer or freelancer? I want you to clarify here that being a front-end developer doesn't mean that you're also a freelancer, okay? I am a front-end developer / app developer, and I do freelancing. But the things that I'm doing, at least currently, freelancing, doesn't have to do anything with coding. So they are more related to design and video editing. Okay, so that was just a parenthesis. Then it says, as a freelancer, are you earning good money? Because I'm going to be in the university in 2-3 months and I'd like to be a developer. Again, being a developer, it doesn't mean that you are a freelancer. Now, if you're going to the university in 2-3 months and you want like some extra money, this is great, this is awesome, but again, if you don't have experience, it's going to be super hard to find a job as a freelancer. I'm sorry to say that, like I don't want to stop you. Obviously feel free to give your CV in all of those freelancing jobs, but know that as a student who probably doesn't have much time and probably doesn't have much experience, it is quite difficult to find a freelancing job. I don't know if you are like a senior or you're about to graduate from the university, so you already know a lot of stuff, but because you say in 2-3 months you are going to the university, that's why I'm not very sure about your experience. In that case, I would suggest you to first like being a little bit more confident with your skills and then start searching for freelancing jobs. Okay, so now let's go to some questions that are more focused on freelancing, and the first one says, how about freelancing with Upwork? Is there any space for a decent profit? So about Upwork, I started actually freelancing on Upwork. At first it was quite okay, I did find some jobs there, but now I don't use Upwork. The system with the points that I don't remember exactly the name, but you need some points. That system with the points, for me personally, I find it a little bit weird, and it's not very helpful if you are a young developer or a young person looking for a job. But because we're talking about Upwork, I would like to mention here, and I would leave it down also in the description box, that there is a girl, her name is Helen, and she's doing an amazing job in Upwork. So I don't want to be biased, so because I didn't do so much good work, or I didn't find like many work opportunities in Upwork, that doesn't mean that you also can find. So I will leave Helen's Instagram down in the description box, and you can check her, because she usually talks about Upwork, and maybe she has like a different opinion on this kind of stuff. And I don't know, maybe Upwork is awesome, and I don't know that. Next question says, could you help me to get a freelancing job for the weekend? No, dude, I can't. Sorry. I mean, how am I supposed to find you a job, like a freelancing job only for the weekends? I don't know your skills. I don't know anyone that's looking only for the weekends. I don't know anything about that, so I'm really sorry. I'm going to be quick here, and I'm just going to say no, I can't help you find a freelancing job. But my suggestions would be to go to Upwork, as we just said, go to Freelancer, go maybe to other spaces that offer freelancing job, and try to find something on your own. And a lot of freelancing jobs are part-time, so maybe you will be able to find something. I don't know. The next question says, please guide on how to start freelancing. I am a beginner front-end developer. So I've already mentioned that, but I think that the most important thing is to have a portfolio. Now, you said that you are a beginner front-end developer. It's okay. As a beginner, you can try to build slowly but steady your own portfolio, and you could do that by doing some projects and then uploading those projects on GitHub. So the other really important thing is that if you're going to a freelancing job, then your client, because he doesn't personally know you, he wants to see that do you know how to do the thing that he or she wants to do. So that's when you present the portfolio. It's really crucial, that step. And then you have to be able to seem like a responsible person, because yes, maybe you have the skills to do a job, but maybe you're not responsible enough. Maybe you say that you will end the project in 2 weeks, but maybe it will take you more than a month, not because you don't have the skills, but maybe you don't put the time that it will require to end in 2 months. So being responsible and show your responsibility, and also having a portfolio, I think that these are the first 2 steps that everyone should do, like really everyone. And after that, also start building your brand. Like having a personal brand is really important. I will leave also in the description box a video about how to build your personal brand, because I actually started building my own personal brand when I wanted to work as a freelancer. When we are talking about personal brand, we mean like learning you as a person and seeing some of your jobs, seeing the things that you are passionate about. So I use mainly Twitter to do that, but you can do that from YouTube, from Instagram for your newsletter, maybe from your personal website or your personal portfolio. There are many ways to build your brand, which I think that as a freelancer is equally important as the 2 steps that I already mentioned. When a professional developer should stop freelancing. You can start freelancing whenever you feel you want to freelance. You don't have to be at a certain level of a developer or designer to start doing freelancing jobs. If you feel like it, or if you want some extra money, like try to find something. And another tip here would be to stick to one platform. So if you like Upwork, for example, work only for Upwork. If you feel that that thing like doesn't really help you, then change. So for me, I stayed up at Upwork for a lot of time when I realized that it doesn't help me so much. So now I apply to jobs through Freelancer. So yeah, you could also try the Fiverr. I'm not sure if I would recommend that, because I know that the prices there are too low. But yeah, maybe it will work for you. So yeah, just do it. Just start freelancing. Okay, and now let's change gears a little bit. So we will talk a little bit more about coding and courses and internships, which I got also a lot of questions about internships, and I'm really happy about that. Yeah, I'm really happy that I got the questions about the internships because I feel that I started my career professionally because I had done those internships. So I think that doing actually an internship is really, really important. But let's get into those questions. Is industrial Internet of Things good for internship? And yes, it is. If you're interested in Internet of Things, then sure, go for that. I know for a fact that industrial Internet of Things and in general Internet of Things is a field that it's always like going up. A lot of people are looking for other people to work in this kind of positions, and I do know that because the last semester I was doing a project about industrial Internet of Things. So trust me when I say that it is like a good field for an internship. Obviously you have to like the job, and if you don't like it, don't do it just because it has a good name. But if you do like it, then go for Internet of Things. It's a really nice field, and I'm sure that you will learn a lot. Next question says, if a person has his own innovative projects and has patterned on it, does it help getting interns? So it's awesome. Like if you have some innovative ideas, it's really, really awesome. It's even more great that you have a pattern on them so other people cannot steal your ideas. But I'm not sure how easy it is to get interns, because I think that to have interns, you have to have a company. So as an individual, you cannot take interns. Me, for example, that I'm working for myself, but I don't have a company, I cannot take interns. And even sometimes when I have a lot of work, it would be really helpful if I had someone, but it's not like that to take an intern. You have to have, like, let's say the papers to do so. But obviously if you already have that, or if you already have a company, then yes, take interns, because you help both the interns and yourself. The interns will want to learn, and they will really help you on doing the jobs that you want to do, and for you financially is going to be a little bit better, because maybe you won't have to give them the same amount of money that you would give to someone experienced. But yeah, I think that there are pros and cons, obviously, but I'm not sure exactly about your situation, so I don't know if you already have a company or not, like to give you a more specific answer. Now the next question is also a bit generic, and it says how to get a job as a developer. Well, I also have some videos about that subject that I will leave in the description box below. But obviously you have to know how to code. Find what you like. If you like front-end development, back-end developer, app development, like being a full stack, doing administration things, I don't know, really find what you like and then started coding and building a portfolio. You're going to hear me say that a lot, but building a portfolio is really important, because that's how you show that you know stuff. And people want to know if you're capable of doing those things. Maybe someone like a manager or a boss doesn't care about what exactly do you know, but maybe wants to know you as a person. And trust me, like even through some projects they can understand things about you. For example, do you care about having the best code, or do you only care about making some things to work? Do you refactor your code? Do you go back to your code to check if everything like still works? There are also a lot of things that someone can understand from it. Other than that, so other than projects, the other thing is to learn a system like GitHub, GitLab, or something like that, because also most of the companies are working with systems like that. So it's really important to know something. When you go to the work, maybe you will have someone that will guide you to learn that system. But if you already know something, it's going to be much easier for you to understand everything and help your team. So these are two crucial steps. Other than that, as I mentioned earlier, with the freelancing jobs, it's also equally important to build a brand. Some people like it, take it more seriously, some people not so much, but building a brand is really important, because again, it will help the the bosses and the HR people to understand how are you as a person and if your character suits the culture of the company. And if your character doesn't suit the culture of the company, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you match with each other, which is totally okay. Okay, I hope that I covered you with that question. Obviously, I could talk about finding a development job a lot more, but I'm not going to do that because this video is never going to end. Okay, let's continue. The next question says how to reach recruiters when searching for a Python development job. I think that finding recruiters can be done through LinkedIn pretty easily. So yeah, just go to LinkedIn and try to find recruiters. Usually, if you start looking for something, job opportunities will come. Some of those opportunities will stay, some of them will go. But now, if it is a combination of freelancing, Python, and you're also a beginner, then maybe it's a little bit hard to find something that you like, because usually, like for Python, there are a lot of people that will search for the exact same positions as you're searching, and maybe they are a bit more experienced than you. Obviously, that shouldn't stop you from looking for jobs, and you need to have that experience, and by time you will gain that experience. I'm just saying that because I want to let you know that maybe it will take some time. But as for the recruiters, like, don't worry, just go to LinkedIn and search for recruiters, and I'm pretty sure that you will find something. Okay, and let's continue with some questions about coding and tutorials. And here our question says, watching tutorials sometimes can be easy, but actually doing the projects can be hard. What is your opinion about that? And I had a conversation the other day about this exact topic. I think that, yes, sometimes just watching the tutorial is easy because, you see it and you watch someone else to code. Maybe you even type the same time as the other guy like types, but that doesn't mean that you understand what the other person is doing. So take your time, pause the video, and try to do the things that the guy on the tutorial is also doing. And even if you build a project, just stop that and try to rebuild maybe even the same project or a similar one with all the knowledge that you're supposed to know by watching the tutorial. And if you feel comfortable with that, then continue to the next chapter or to the next section of that tutorial. Because yes, tutorials are easy. Like if you're just watching them, they can be easy, but the hard thing is to code on your own. Know that coding is hard. I said that a million times already. And just start like building small parts on your own and not watching the other person to do them. I think that this is something that it will help you, and it's really important to take your time and don't be in a rush to just finish that tutorial. How much time does it take to learn your first programming language? Well, it depends on what your first programming language is going to be. I don't know, maybe it's JavaScript, maybe it's Python. So maybe it's C, C++, or even Java. I don't know. It takes some time, and it also depends on what level you want to learn that language. If it's only for some basic things, I think in 1 month you will know the basics, but this is a really rough calculation. If you want to be a professional, you have to go deeper, and it will take much more time. The next question says, what is the best CSS3 free online course? How am I supposed to know that? I haven't done all the CSS3 courses, so I cannot give you an answer here. My suggestion would be to check Freecodecamp, and also down in the description box I will have a link with all the courses that I have taken, so you can find a review on those courses. In that playlist you will find courses not only in CSS3 but also on HTML, JavaScript, GitHub, like even Photoshop and Kotlin. So you will find everything. Just search what you like, maybe CSS3, and give it a shot. Okay, we have 2 more questions that are a bit more general, and the first one says, do you think that AI will take over programmers? No, actually, I don't think so. But I don't want to expand too much on that because I know there are people that believes the first opinion and people that believes the second opinion. So I don't think that they will take us over. You need the human to do some kind of job, but I do believe that some things will be better, like some automated things, and obviously not only automations, because we are talking about artificial intelligence. So some things are going to get smarter and all those kind of beautiful things, but it's not like us human are not going to be needed. At least this is my humble opinion. Okay, and one last question, and I kept that in the end because it's not so connected with all the previous one. It says, how do I get ideas on what to present in conferences? And again, thank you very much for that question, because I'm not sure if a lot of people know that I also talk in conferences. So I usually take ideas about the things that I'm working on that specific time. For example, if I'm working with front-end development and if I'm doing like a cool project there, I would try to present that. Obviously, know that if you're working for a company, you usually cannot present what you're doing for the company unless your company knows that you're going to present that, because if not, it's going to be like stealing. So I'm not talking for this kind of projects, but I mean for side projects and things that I like to work on. For example, I remember when I was working with D3GS, which is something that I was doing on my own, and then I found a conference. That conference was not about D3GS, which D3GS is a data visualization library, but I like said, I have that talk, would you like me to present it? And they were kind enough and let me to present my talk. So yeah, just find inspiration about the things that you are most passionate about, that maybe you think that they will be useful for other people, and just go for it. Don't afraid to present yourself and your thoughts. So yeah, that was it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that video. If you have any other question, really feel free to ask them below and I will do my best to answer them. Again, thank you for watching that video. Please don't forget to like, share it with your friends, which is the most important thing, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a beautiful day, stay home, stay safe, and see you really soon. Bye!